Hello, everyone. So, one of the biggest problems right now, for Americans right now, especially, is obesity, overeating, heart disease, everything like that under the sun in regards to your health. So, how can we fix that? So, if you want to level up your life, you really need to look at what you're eating, how much you're eating, and so on. So, exercise aside, because that's a whole other subject, of course, and different videos for topics. But let's talk about a few things you can do to eat more properly throughout the day. So, the whole food pyramid that were taught in school years ago is mostly wrong, but not entirely wrong, but a lot wrong. Um, Turns out we don't need as much meat and dairy as they really say. Um, vegetarian isn't Vegetarianism. There we go. Isn't for everyone. It's not for. It's a hard gig to try. I've tried it before. I had my vegetarian days, but I still have my meat. But you have to have smaller portions, really. That's just one part of it. But a lot of that dairy and meat is actually causing a lot of issues that folks don't really realize. So when folks say, "Oh, I just want to live a little. I want to, eat what I want," well, that's making you feel more pain than you might realize. All that stuff, overeating, and then excessive meat, or maybe even sometimes just red meat in general, and too much dairy. So here's a little bit of bad news on that. We have to switch it up. You have to change up how you're eating if you want to feel better and level up your life. So there's a lot of studies on this. There's a Netflix documentary out right now called Game Changers. There's even NFL folks in there that are full-on vegetarians that are tearing it up, including Tom Brady. You love him or hate him, he's still 44 and playing football. So obviously it's working. Um, who knows how long he's going to keep going, but he just won a couple more games this season and he's still a vegetarian. So obviously that is working. There's also defensive linemen for the Tennessee Titans that are doing well. So it's not just a uh, thinner man's game for this. Like he's a I forget the guy's name, but he's a big dude. Um, Now off this won't be a whole vegetarian video, um, but here's a few more tips that we have to look at for leveling up your life and feeling better about your day, and it comes from the food you eat. It really does. So look at what you're eating and how much you're eating. Do you feel like you are rolling out of your, as they say, when you go to a restaurant, do you feel like you're being rolled out? You're probably eating too much. You got to reduce the amount. You can't overeat like this. We're not made for that sort of calorie intake. It's just how it is. Now, when you look at um, other foods, like your starchy foods, there's always a bad rap on certain foods like that, like potatoes. Potatoes are fine if you're not like we're dousing it in cheese and sour cream and stuff like that, um, and and still in a relative portion size too. Nothing too crazy. Um, and then same with sweet potatoes are a good substitute for potatoes instead. Make sure you're getting at least that I would say almost a gallon of water for the average man size. Not necessarily for everyone a gallon of water, but plenty of water is huge. Okay. Um, there's there's a book I did put out there on Amazon. I can put that in the subject here or in the description that goes a deeper dive into a lot of this foods that I might suggest that we look into. A lot of people hate it when people are suggested food to eat. Okay, fine, go to the next video, have fun. But I'm just telling you that it has made a difference in my life. I've changed up a ton, lost a good amount of weight. I have a lot more energy back now. Is my biggest thing. I think I've gained from changing my diet. A ton of energy, um, all over my life. Take that as you will, but think about it. If you are having trouble on that side, it's likely not an old person issue. It is a food issue. Um, but now look at when you meet up with family and certain relatives will say, "Oh, you only had one plate. Are you full? Is that enough?" You got this mantra of eating too much has got to stop. It's typically the generation above us that keeps saying, "Oh, you got to eat," blah blah blah. It's they're the ones that have the most heart issues going on right now. So think about that when they say, I hate to say it, but they need to just watch how they're eating as well. But right now, you're trying to level up your life, figure out what you can reduce in your life as far as food goes. I hate to say it, but you got to reduce that meat sometimes. And again, maybe that's not for you, but at least reduce the portion if you can a little bit. Watch your eating. Watch out for the processed foods. That's in my book as well. But I hope this does help you kind of get started. I wanted to get this out there just to kind of help you get started on a better eating path. It was on my mind a lot, so this is kind of like a more of an impromptu video I'm putting together here in the parking lot of a grocery store. But get started on eating better today. We'll put out some more videos for what to eat and better ideas for eating. But for now, just think about what you can do better. Drink more water instead of pop. Don't pop at all, really, if you could. And get after it and eating better and leveling up your life. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Leave me a comment of how I can help you improve your diet or just your life in general. I look forward to any comments as well. Have a good one.